Well, Russia is sending aid and rescuers to Japan to help with the aftermath of Friday's earthquake and tsunami, as well as to prepare for a potential new disaster. Well, now for more on Moscow's involvement, let's go to Peter Oliver. Hi there, Peter. Can you just give us an idea of the kind of help and areas of expertise that Russia can offer Japan at this point?
Well, a plane from the Russian Ministry of Emergencies has already landed in Japan, in Tokyo. Now that contains 50 rescue workers who will be heading to where they're needed most as soon as they possibly can. It also contains humanitarian supplies. We're looking at things like tents, blankets, food and water for those people most people who have lost just about everything in this earthquake and tsunami. Now, there's also a helicopter that will be heading to Japan. That's been given the go-ahead, it's been given the green light to enter Japanese airspace. This helicopter, based out of Khabarovsk in the Russian Far East, is heading to the areas worst affected by these natural disasters. Now, this helicopter contains more supplies, more humanitarian aid, as well as a further 25 rescue workers. Now, one of the other things that's been handed out, which has been sent by Russia to Japan, is diesel generators. They've been sent out on that aeroplane, and I say has arrived in Japan. Now, power is a major problem for the Japanese at the moment. 30% of Japan's energy comes from nuclear power. Now, the situation with the power station at Fukushima, as well as other ones around the country that are being watched very, very closely, their power output is extremely limited, and that energy is needed for the rescue efforts, and also for those people who are trying to make sure that there won't be any further developments in the nuclear situation at Fukushima. Now, Russia has pledged energy aid to Japan in order to help them out. They're sending 150,000 tons of liquid gas, as well as increasing coal supplies and supplying electricity directly to the country through an underwater cable. Now, we're also hearing that the Ministry of Emergencies, as well as Russia's atomic energy watchdogs, have started training in case of the worst possible scenario. In case of a full-scale meltdown at Fukushima or at any other nuclear plant in Japan, they are training for any eventual outcome of that, be whether they are required to go to the scene in order to aid the Japanese rescue workers and people trying to halt any catastrophe that could happen there, or to help Russia's Far East, which, as we've heard, so close to Japan, would be, if there was some kind of radiation cloud was to be emitted into the atmosphere, there would be an extreme risk to Russia's Far East. So everybody on extremely high alert. Now, Moscow has experience in the past of dealing with severe radioactive catastrophes. The Chernobyl incident in 1986, of course, the worst in mankind's history. The lessons learned and the experience gained from the Chernobyl disaster could be crucial to help Japan should the situation at Fukushima deteriorate more. Now, from Ukraine, Alexei Yaroshevsky brings this report about just what Russia could bring to the table.